Toggle recoil. How does a toggle recoil works at the mechanical level? No neurological effect will be discussed in this presentation. The toggle recoil is great to break up an adhesion between the occiput and the atlas. The lateralized lateral mass of the atlas is placed up in relation to the surface of the table. The cervical headpiece dropping creates a vibration. What is a vibration exactly? It is a sinusoidal wave that is going to play at the level of the interface facet occiput and facet atlas and free them up from adhesions. This drop, aka vibration, offers two advantages. It can be performed without head rotation, and it is generated by a very small thrust force. We can take a simple example in our daily life to illustrate this reduced force. I'm trying to open up the jar with a very tight lid. I'm forcing it up, but I cannot open the jar. So I'm going to tap it several times on a granite countertop, and bingo, it opens. The lid hitting the hard marble created a strong sinusoidal wave. This wave broke the tight adhesion between lid and jar. A wave of the same type is generated by a drop. But let's see what happens if we place a softer piece of wood on the marble top. We take an identical type of jar and we try the same thing. Tap it, knocking it on a softer piece of wood. We try to open it up, nothing happened. Let's try again, and we cannot open it up. In the same manner, the table headpiece used for a drop should be firmer to not forfeit the unlocking of the cervical facet. Generally, any headpiece sitting on many moving parts will also have the same dampening effect. In a toggle recoil, two more things are important: the speed and the free fall of the headpiece. Let's view another daily life example to illustrate this. I have a glass and I flick the glass, and as soon as I touch it, the sound stops, the vibration stops. Flicking a finger on a crystal glass presents many similitudes with a toggle recoil. If you do not recoil fast enough, like the flicking of the finger on the glass, the vibration is not produced. The amplitude of the doctor's toggle should be inferior to the amplitude of the headpiece drop. And finally, if the headpiece is not perfectly free from falling and the shoulder is touching it, the vibration is not produced either. The different mechanism of the table's headpiece will affect the amplitude, the quality of the drop, and the patient's positioning. On an axial table headpiece, as here, there is an axe of rotation on the cephalad aspect of the headpiece. From this, you can observe a few things. First, the axis of motion being on the cephalad aspect, the cephalad portion of the headpiece does not drop. Only the caudal portion of the headpiece drops. If the head is placed caudally on the headpiece, the dropping amplitude of the doctor's contact at C1 is maximal. But if during positioning the headpiece is moved cephalad, the amplitude of the drop is reduced and its effectiveness severely decreased. The headpiece with the plate drop falls equally at the cephalad and at the caudal end. The effect is the same, whatever the head position of the patient is, and that makes it much easier to use. The type of equipment used plays a function in the quality of the adjustment with drop.